Hey! What?
Hello, guys, I'm back, and I decided to change my outfit for a while. And now I'm Star Lord. I made this costume about maybe November, and, well, as it says in the title, I'm going to teach you how to make a helmet.
Okay, first up is materials. What you'll need is that, some of that, some of that, and foam.
And that's just the very basics of materials you need. I'll talk about the rest later. But right now, all you need is cardboard, some foam, and a nice sharp knife or scissors. Okay, so one of the first things you're going to have to do is look up some reference pictures. You should get one of all the different sides of the helmet. Once you've got that done, you can start beginning to make the shape of the helmet. I started with the front side. What I did was made the sort of key-like structure. Actually, it's more like a skull. That's pretty much what I saw. You got to find shapes that you can see inside of the helmet. And I saw whatever the hell this is. And once you have that, figure out where your eyes go into that and poke holes out. Okay, so the next thing I did, as you can see in the picture, I started adding the details on in the front. You got to make sure they're very precise and spread out. Mine doesn't really look like that, but actually, when you're painting, you can fix it a little bit. After that, I began to make some level to the eye sockets. I did that by just cutting a little strip of foam and wrapping it around where the eye should be. I'm sorry I couldn't get as many pictures of this as I should have, but as you can see, I added a little bit more. So, right above the eyes, if you look at your reference pictures, you can see that Star Lord has a sort of like unibrow sort of thing. I don't know what you would call it. I'm calling it a unibrow. Alright. And so I just made that out of foam. And then you want to like try to, like I did, you got to try to like make the side sign of kind of like rounded. That gives it some pretty good effect. And then on the bottom, you make it look less like a skeleton, more like an actual face. Which, if you look at the old comics for Star Lord, it looks a lot like it. Now, those little pieces that we just added in on the bottom, they need to have like a raised effect to them. Which, if you look at the picture, is what I did. I took a little bit of foam and just, I put it on there. I mean, look at the picture. And once again, I was a dumbass and forgot to take a bunch of pictures. I actually wasn't planning on making a video about this. But as you can see, I added a ton of shit. Pretty much, when building stuff like this, it's all about layers. Alright? As you can see on the front, I added some cardboard and put, like a piece of fabric over it. Not fabric, but foam. Yeah, that's the word. And I also, added another layer and more layers. It's all about layers. And if you look at the reference pictures, you can figure it out. I mean, that's supposed to be my job, but I don't even know what the hell I did. Yeah, so I'm helpful. All right. Next, I used a like a wire. I just put those down and into their places. Again, you can look at the reference picture and figure it out. I also added the sort of cylinder things that are on the side of Star-Lord's helmet. I mean, as you can see, you can probably see through the tape that there's a bit of cardboard. I just rolled them up into like cylinders and just attached them on. Really wasn't hard. Okay, everything I just showed you took me an entire day. So this will take multiple days. Maybe. I might have been lazy. But as you can see here, I started building up the sides. I started out with that big cardboard piece in the middle, attached it to the side of the head. I duplicated that and attached the other piece to the other side of the head. And then with that, I added some foam to give it some layering. And I added more foam to give it more layering. And I don't know if you can see, but in those little, like, sort of, I don't even know what you called those. The little shapes on the stripes on the side of the helmet, you can there's like little grooves in there. Just cut those out with like a knife or something. And then pretty much you got the side of the helmet. Honestly, that was probably the easiest part of the helmet. The back was, I mean, honestly, I don't think I did that good. But the front was definitely the hardest. So if you got the front down, you're good. Now for the back of the helmet. This took me a bit of time to figure out how to do, but as you can see, I just took a piece of cardboard and I attached it to the that part of the helmet near the top, and it's sort of wrapped around. And pretty much once you do that, all you got to do is add, there's like another cardboard piece on the top. All right, there's going to be a picture. Uh, and then when I did that, I got a bit lazy and I started using duct tape. You shouldn't do that. You should try maybe foam or something. But I was bored and I was impatient. So don't do what I did. Make a better one. Well, now you got a Star-Lord helmet. If you followed that, I am proud of you. I have no clue how the hell you followed my instructions, but you did. So good for you. And, but now you gotta paint it. When painting, I started out with just silver, and that worked pretty well for me. I ran out of silver, so it took me a while to get it fully painted. So make sure you have like a full can of spray paint, because well, at least with me, my silver kept sort of like prying off of the cardboard and foam and everything. From there, just add the gold details, and you're good. I added a little bit more gold than I should have, but that's because I didn't feel like it popped enough. Like, I wanted to give it a sort of effect. And I gotta admit, I think I did a pretty badass job. All you gotta do now is add those sick red lenses, and you're golden. I took them from an old project of mine, but you can find them. I mean, you can find like the material for them. They're just like a plastic divider and everything. You can just find them at like, Dollar Tree.
If you watched all of that, if you have made it to this part in the video, thank you. All right? Thank you. You don't know how much this means to me that people are actually watching this. I know my content is shitty. I know that. Please don't say it in the comments. Instead, in the comments, please tell me what to do better. I'm new to this. This is only my third video. I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing. Okay? But I want you to know that I am grateful. If you watch this video, have a good day. All right? Have a good day. And, don't forget to, I think, subscribe. There's a like button. There's a notification button. Comment. All right? If you see something wrong with my videos, if you see anything I should change, if you have any suggestions for videos that I should do in the future, please tell me. I'm always welcome for criticism and everything. All right? So if you got complaints, I'm your man. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.